Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halak from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, with another video. In this video, I'm in the spirit of exhortation, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to go into Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1, man, because no matter what we go through, no matter what it may be, man, it's all a trial of our faith. It's all a test. It's all to see if we're going to break when pressure is applied, man. And it's all getting us ready for the times that we're coming into. You see, because we're going to have to move in a great spirit of faith. And this is why the Most High has had the spirit upon me and other brothers to push this vibration of faith, to push the vibration of victory, to push the vibration of triumph and conquering and overcoming, you see, through our faith in the Lord Yahawashi, man, because that's what it's all about. And no matter what we go through, you must know and understand it's all a test, man. We're all being tried. We're all being tested because we're walking in the righteous spirit in a wicked world. You see, and the Most High wants to see if we're really about it. So different things may come our way, you see, to try to shake us, to try to get us to move off course, man. But we have to stay the course, man. We have to stay the course no matter what it be. And if you're suffering, know and understand that you're suffering because of your faith in your belief in the Lord Yahawashi. You're partaking in his sufferings, man. So this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, starting at verse 1. It says what? My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. And that's what we have to do, because we're going to be tried at every step in this journey, man. We're being tried. We're being tested. You see, no matter what it may be, whether it be your job situation, your living situation, your financial situation, your relationship, whatever it may be, it's all a test, man. And we can't let none of this shit phase us, because we know and understand that it's all temporary. It's all temporary, man. This is not our life. This is not our true life. Our true life is here with Yahawashi, as it tells you in Colossians, man. So prepare thy soul for temptation. Be prepared to go through things once you come to serve the Lord Yahawashi. This is a part of it, man. Verse 2 says what? Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. So set thy heart aright by doing what? Having faith in the Lord Yahawashi no matter what you are going through. Constantly endure. Whatever you're going through, suck it the fuck up and just deal with it. Yahawashi did it. The man that came before us did it. The man that came before us in this truth did it. They're still doing it to this day. So we have to constantly endure. You see, be strong-minded, man. Yes, it gets agitated. You get frustrated. You know, you go through your different emotions you go through because we're in the flesh. But, hey, you have to override that with the spirit, man. You have to override that with your faith. Have to take joy in partaking in Yahawashi's suffering. Everything we go through, we going through it on Yahawashi's behalf, man. To be found worthy to sit at his table in the kingdom of heaven. And I think it's worth it. You see? And clearly you do too if you're still here serving the Lord. Make not haste in time of trouble, man. When you're going through some things, don't be hasty to bend the knee and give in, to cave in. You hold into your faith with everything in you, man. You see? Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end, man. And that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. And that's the example that's been set for us in these scriptures that we read, man. Men who stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. We have these examples living with us here in these times, man, beginning with our apostles and our elders. You see the older brothers in this truth. You see? They set the example of what? Cleaving unto the Most High no matter what. Depart not away that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Meaning what? Continue on, man. Continue to fight the good fight of faith. It's a fight. It's a battle, man. And if we continue to endure, we're going to be increased when it's all said and done. We're gonna enter into Yahawashi's glory, man. You see, Satan comes and he tries to amplify these feelings that we have in the flesh to make it seem worse than what it is. And it gets you all bothered sometimes, man. You be all fucked up about it, but you have to get back into the spirit and know and understand that what? For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, man. Romans 9:18. You see? It's only for a moment, man. It's only for a moment. Just endure. Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed from a lower state, or changed to a lower state. Whether that means your woman left you, whether that means you lost your job because you want to take the juice, you see, your car breaking down, you being hit in your pocket financially, you see, you may be catching ailments in the body, these demons plaguing your mind. That's being brought into a lower state. What do we have to do? Take it cheerfully and be patient and endure. Because now the Most High wants to see what you're made of, man. The Most High is testing your mettle. You see? That's what he does. Why? Verse 5 lets us know why. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So the reason we go through adversity, man, the reason we go through the things that we go through is because the Most High wants to see if we're those acceptable men. He wants to see what we're made out of, man. You see, and if we're enduring to the end, we're going to be what? It's going to be found out that we were gold, man. You know? Forged in adversity, man. Forged in hardness. Oh, don't the scriptures tell us to be what? A good soldier of Yah. Endure all hardness and be a good soldier of Yahawashi. Yahawashi said that. He set the example, man. He's the author and finisher of our faith. Look toward him when you're feeling weak. Look toward him when you're feeling down. And know and understand that what? We're suffering to enter into that brother's glory, man. And Lord willing, he allows us to continue to endure. Verse 6 says what? Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Believe, have faith. That's what it's all about first and foremost, man. Having faith in the Lord Yahawashi. You see? And with that faith, you will be helped, man. Yahawashi knows what we go through. Yahawashi knows what we need, man. He knows. So what do? Order our way right. Continue on the path. Continue to do the readings. Continue to do your videos. Continue to go on the highways and byways. Continue to be a brother, no matter what you're going through, man. Because whatever you're going through, don't change the fact that we're still here to serve the Lord, man. You see? Trust in him. Understanding, knowing that whatever you're going through is for your benefit when it's all said and done. It's make you harder. So when all hell is really breaking loose, when the Most High takes those training wheels off, you can be prepared by the things that you've already gone through before that point. And guess what? Yahawashi ain't doing this for everybody, man. Everybody doesn't have the privilege to be trained up by Yahawashi. That's why they're going to fold once the pressure comes, man. They're going to crumble. But guess what? Not those who have been serving Yahawashi. You see, we've been made battle ready, man. Not everyone has this privilege to be trained by the Son of the Most High in the Spirit. So just trust in him and understand whatever you're going through is to make you better. You see, it's for your betterment. Best believe it, man. Trust in the process. It's going to be okay. Yeah, it hurts. But when you train, it hurts. But when you finish that training, man, you feel good. You're stronger. Your mind is clear. Your mind is stronger. This is what Yahawashi is doing for us because we're going to fucking need it during the time of Jacob's trouble, which is fastly approaching. You see? Verse 7 says what? Wait ye, it's like, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. So if you fear Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi, just wait for his mercy. Don't go aside. Don't leave the path. Don't take the sucker way out. You see, you want to take a shortcut. Nah, ain't no shortcuts, man. The only way to glory is through the straight gate. If you try to go outside of the straight gate and do it some other way, you're going to fall, man. Like Yahawashi told us that what? If he's the door to the sheepfold, if you try to go some other way, you're a thief and a robber. Ain't no other way to glory, man. The only way to glory is from the bottom. You see? We have to get it out the mud, man. We have to get it out the trenches. You see? This is the only way. And we have to continue on in this way, man. Verse 8 says what? Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. So that goes back to what? Having faith. Just believe, man. Believe, believe, believe. Have faith in the word that's written. But have faith in what Yahawashi has promised us, man. He promised that he was going to come back for us. He promised that he was going to allow us to sit at his table, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. You see, he promised that he was going to give us a crown. So believe it. So that lets us know. So if Yahawashi said all that, that lets us know what? That this shit we going through right here is temporary, man. You see? The crowns are coming. Everlasting life is coming. Immortality is coming, man. Complete righteousness is coming. The 12 tribes governing the earth is coming, man. That's the reward that Yahawashi is bringing. It's not going to fail because the Most High promised. Yahawashi promised. They don't lie. They can't lie. You see? So trust in the vision, trust in the process, trust in the will of the Most High God Yahweh, knowing and understanding that the Most High and Yahawashi are faithful and true. Verse 9. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good. Even in our low condition, man. Even when we catching hell. Hope for good. It's hard to do sometimes, but you have to fight that shit off because that's the flesh. Fight it off with the spirit, man. Understand and know what's written. We go through what we go through for what? For Yahawashi's sake. Yahawashi was catching hell when he was on the earth. Did not Yahawashi tell us the servant is no greater than the master? You see? The servant is not greater than his Lord. If he went through it, we going to go through it. You see? But even in all that, hope for good, knowing and understanding that what? The Most High has an expected end awaiting us, man. That's why it's beautiful to go into the prophecies, because the prophecies are basically promises of what the Most High promised to bring unto his people, beginning with the remnant of Israel, those who believe in Yahawashi right now. So Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 9, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And the answer to all three of those questions is no one, man. You see? He's never forsaken anyone who put their trust in him, man. And that's what we do. And that's the main reason we suffer. That's the main reason we suffer, man. Is because we're out here putting our trust in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Because guess what? If we were putting our trust in Esau, we wouldn't be surfing. We'd be flourishing like the rest of the people in the world, man. You see? Because you know what? If we put our trust in Esau, we would go and get that juice to keep our jobs. You see? If we put our trust in Esau, we can have these big-ass houses and multiple cars and just everything just, you know what I'm saying? Just be a breeze. You see? Because what? We will fall up under that vibration of Satan. And this world belongs to Satan. And he gives it to whomsoever he will. And he's only going to give it to those who what? Bend the knee to him. Not us, though. You see? We're not going in the way of 2/3 in the heathen, man. Because what? We put our trust in the Lord. And the Most High is not going to allow anyone who trusts in him to be confounded. He's not going to allow anyone who trusts in him to be forsaken. He's not going to despise anyone that trusts in him, because that's what he wants his people to do. That's what he wants his sons to do, to trust and believe and have faith in him, man. That's what it was always about, having faith. Why did the first generation that was brought out of Egypt die in the wilderness? Because of their unbelief. You see? But guess what? Joshua and Caleb was of that first generation, and what happened to them? They were able to go into the promised land on the first go round. Why? It's because they had faith. So that's what it's all about. If you have faith in Yahawashi, man, the Most High is not going to leave us forsaken. He's not going to leave us out here assed out. Now, he is going to put pressure on us to see if we're going to fold or not. But if you really have faith, you will never fold, man. And guess what? The faith that you have it's a gift from the Most High God Yahweh. Ephesians 2:8 tells you that. So the Most High is giving you the ingredient to overcome and believe. To overcome and receive the victory. You just got to believe it. You see? You just have to believe it, man. Verse 11 says what? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. You see, and who brings the affliction on us? Yahawashi does. So he's the one that's going to save us from it, man. If we have faith and trust and believe. You see? We have to have trust, faith, hope, and belief in Yahawashi, man. And we will be saved from times of affliction. You just got to go on. Hey, look at Job. Perfect example. Caught nothing but complete hell. You see? Then he what? Endured. He cleaved unto the Most High with everything he had in him. And he didn't fold. And guess what? Everything he lost, he got it back double when he overcame and passed the test, man. That's the same thing that's going to happen for us if we continue to stay true unto Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, man. You see? But it says what in verse 12? Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. You hear that? And that's what we see happening with these Israelite groups who are outside of GMS and the brothers who come in the same spirit as GMS. You got these camps out here start talking about the so-called white man. The MOTB is everything other than what it really is. You see, you got camps out here talking about, oh, Yahawashi sacrifice ain't important. We don't have to worship Yahawashi. Ain't no miracles. Ain't no chariots. Those are fearful hearts and faint hands, man. Esau can be saved. All nations can be saved. Those are fearful hearts and faint hands, man. They go of two ways. They don't truly believe. So woe unto them. Verse 13 says what? Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. And that's what's going to come upon these guys who are out here preaching all this fucking madness, man. When we're supposed to be in the spirit of victory and overcoming, just like Joshua and Caleb were before we went into the promised land. That's the spirit we're supposed to be embodying, man. You see? Not the spirit of our wicked, unrighteous forefathers, man. We're supposed to be what? Putting on as the elect. Moving in that spirit of victory. Moving in that spirit of triumph. Knowing and understanding what the prophecies say, man. That Yahawashi is coming to reign on this earth in righteousness, man. As it is written. He is the King of kings and Lord of lords. And he's coming to take his kingdom. So whatever you're going through, don't let it outweigh, you see, what you believe in. You see, because what we believe in is forever. What we're going through is temporary, man. It's only for a fucking moment. Know that. Believe that. Yeah, it hurts. It's affliction is supposed to hurt. It's going to be okay, though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be okay. It sucks sometimes. You get agitated. You get annoyed. But hey, this is what I must go through. Hey, and the water that I'm going through, because what? That's chastisement from the Lord. And what does it say about those who are chastised from the Most High? You're sons and not bastards. If you ain't receiving no chastisement, if you ain't going through nothing for Yahawashi's sake, guess what you are? You're a bastard, man, and not a son. You see? So it's a blessing that we're able to suffer for Yahawashi's sake, man. While everybody else, they out here suffering. They out here suffering as evildoers, man. They're out here suffering as idol worshipers. They're out here suffering as homos and lesbians and transgenders. You see, they're out here suffering because they're eating abominable foods. Abominable meats. They're out here suffering because they're committing adultery and just being wicked as hell. And the Most High let them do it. Because their time of judgment is coming. But for us who believe in Yahawashi, guess what's happening to us? We're suffering for righteousness' sake. And what does it say about those who suffer for righteousness' sake? Blessed are they who suffer for righteousness' sake. Why? Because theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You see? It's going to be okay, man. It's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. Trust and believe, man. It says what? Verse 14, woe unto you that have lost patience. And what does patience go into? Patience goes into suffering. You see, you're tired of suffering. You want to say, fuck this and drop the plow and go back into the world to be a star record producer. All right, cool. Guess what? You can go out there and do that shit. Satan will give it to you. You know why? Because you gave up on Yahawashi. You gave up on Yahawashi to bow the knee to Satan for some temporary shit. That made a fool of your damn self, man. You see? Like that nigga Chase Davis. I'm starting to hear that man's name on all the fucking top records and shit. Chase Davis on the beat. He used to preach Yahawashi. But guess what? He got tired of suffering. He wanted it now. And guess what? Satan gave it to him. Now he out here with all type of platinum plaques and all type of shit. But guess what's going to happen? All that shit going to be burned up when the missiles come. You see? He gonna be one of those guys. Hey, Yahawashi, did I prophesy your name in the streets? I did all this work. What Yahawashi gonna tell him? Depart from me, you at work iniquity. I never knew you. And I don't want to be in that boat, man. So if I get to continue to suffer for Yahawashi's sake, so be it. You know, because I know if I continue to endure, just as well as all you other brothers who believe in Yahawashi, we're going to be greatly rewarded, as it is written. You see? So Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? Exactly. Ain't going to be no fucking excuse. You knew the world was ending. You knew this age was coming to an end. You knew Yahawashi was coming to set up his throne on the earth, according to the will of the Most High God Yahweh. And you tapped out. What can you say to that brother in that day? He ain't going to want to hear none of that shit. So just endure the suffering, man. Just endure it and go through it. You see? It says what? Verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. Meaning what? We're going to walk in the way of the Most High to the best of our ability. We're going to have faith in the Lord Yahawashi because that's the will of the Most High God for us. You see? That's the Most High's will, for us to have faith and believe in Yahawashi. Not of ourselves. It is a gift from the Most High to even do that. Once again, Ephesians 2 and 8. You see? Verse 16. They that fear the Lord will seek which is well pleasing unto him. And they that love him shall be filled with the law. And what's well pleasing unto the Most High? For us Israelites down here on this earth, that is to believe upon the only begotten Son, Yahawashi. Once again, that is the Most High's will for the Israelites right now. For us to believe in our Savior, for us to believe in our Messiah, for us to believe in the only begotten Son of the Most High God, Yahweh. You see? The Most High's will for us, what's well pleasing to the Most High, is for us to believe in Yahawashi, man. You see? And that comes with a lot of suffering, because we're doing that in a wicked-ass world. You see? Who have basically said to hell with Yahawashi, we're going to live after the vibration of Satan. So it's always going to be a clash. It's always going to be some type of affliction we have to go through for Yahawashi's namesake, because we live in a wicked world that uplift and exalt Satan. They're not uplifting the king of righteousness. You see? They're doing the complete opposite. But what are we doing? We're uplifting Yahawashi. So it's always going to be some type of friction or some shit we have to go through. But it's okay. It's okay. Because if we continue to endure, our reward is going to be eternal, man. So it's all right. Verse 16 says what? They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. Meaning what? Coming up under the hand of the Most High God Yahweh, through faith in Yahawashi. Walking in that spirit that the Most High wants us to walk in, man. That repentant, you see, humble, lowly, contrite spirit, knowing and understanding that we can have nothing without Yahawashi, knowing and understanding that we have no protection unless we what? Believe in Yahawashi. We're submitting unto the Most High God Yahweh through Yahawashi, man. That's what we're doing, humbling ourselves down, knowing and understanding that we don't have it on our own. You see? And everything that we go through as the believers of Yahawashi, it's all for our betterment, you know? It's all to make us stronger. You see, it's all for us to be purged of all that bullshit that we learned here growing up under these heathen. You see? Verse 18 says what? Saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. So we would rather fall into the hands of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi and be chastised his way than to fall into the hands of our enemies, because they're not going to have no mercy on us. You see? This is why we put our trust, hope, faith, and belief in the Almighty God, Yahawah, and in his only begotten Son, Yahawashi. You see, doing what they told us to do. Being obedient unto their will, man. And watch how it pays off. Watch when it's all said and done. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. You know what I'm saying? We get beamed up when Yahawashi finally returns. You know what I'm saying? Get our new bodies be changed. And as we're going through that crowning ceremony, and Yahawashi starts to read off all the things we earned because of the trust we had in him, because of the faith we had in Yahawashi, our fucking jaws gonna hit the floor, man. You know what I'm saying? For this little bit of work that we're doing on behalf of the Most High God, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahawashi, our reward is going to be out of this world, man. You know? So just endure, man. It's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. Suck it up and know. Oh, like the scriptures tell us, the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your labor of love that you showed unto his name. You see? The Most High is going to reward us. We continue to endure, man. Best believe. And it's way beyond anything Esau can offer you. We've seen everything Esau has to offer, man, and it's all in wickedness. The Most High tells us that hey, if we continue on, there's pleasures at his right hand forevermore. Things that we can't even fucking comprehend right now. And I'm trying to see what that be like, you know? So yeah, man, I just wanted to bring it out, man. Hopefully that was exhorting, that lifted your spirit, man. I know it lifted mine. Hey, so with that, man, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham qadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully Eliakim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say shalom, YAHAWAH, ball.